All right, good morning, YouTube. So you guys already know, you hear Big Joe, she's on. So what that means is, obviously we're on a mission. So, as you guys know, stand by. As some of you guys might know, if you saw my last update video, I had to stop my alarm from going off. But anyway, as you guys may or may not know, the Mustang is down, and currently the motor's out. It's on the stand, ripped down, with everything in there, ready to go to the machine shop. The problem is, due to the status of what was going on over the summer and, well, over the winter season, and our local track being in limbo, there was no schedule put out to run until maybe a week or two ago. So when I tried to get the motor into the machine shop, it is, every decent machine shop is 2 months behind on getting the motor in and even touching it. So for now, we got a temporary fix. Also, shout out to the previous owner of my Mustang, because you kept it real, you told the truth. You know, a lot of times, guys, you might buy a car and they'll be like, oh, it's built, da 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 da. Big ups to my buddy JB, who I got the car from. And big ups to the guy he got the car from, because I don't know if you guys can see, I don't want to pull everything out, but in actuality, let's see. Ooh. The car was built. Everything they said. Now the only other problem I'm having, which we'll get into it in another video, is with this oil pump. I don't know if it's good or bad. I've never had an MMR oil pump, and there's certain things that the Ring is doing that I'm confused on, so we'll question that later. But with that being said, I don't want this car to sit. No, it's not going to be a fire-breathing dragon, but if anybody knows anything about 4-valve Mustangs, you guys know, one, not only are these motors extremely hard to find, when you do find them, they are through the roof. For some reason, these Cobra motors cost more than a Coyote motor. I found a couple, we thought about going that route, but with what I have, the car should run pretty good when I get it back. So the big thing is, that motor that's all boxed up, ready to go, it makes no sense to half-ass it. Like, we might as well go all the way out. That motor was built to handle some power. I'm going to put a video up on what happened, so we confirm the car spun a bearing. It actually spun like 3 bearings. Well, it spun 1 specifically, but there were 3 on our way out. And so that brings us to where we are right now. So it's time to grab some gloves, time to grab some tires, hop in Joe, get on the road to go pick up this new motor. I don't know if y'all can see this. If you look at it good, his trailer is trying to walk up around the side of him. I'm gonna let him get in front of me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so after a pretty decent ride, would have got here a lot quicker, but people are scared to drive in the rain. We're about to go grab this motor. All right, just in case I get killed, I'm at 12th and Bayonne. 12th and JFK, my bad. The real question is, what's under there? Ooh, I can tell you what's under there. Let me find out. The doctors get busy up here. I'll have that, and I'll definitely have that. I don't know if it's a rep. I'm pretty sure it's a replica sitting outside. I don't care if it's covered up with a tarp or not. That is the Shelby Cobra. sitting outside. Gotta appreciate the gems. She cute. Alright, so I put on this side of the road because there was some guy jumping on the Bayonne Bridge. And I almost got hit by, like, I don't know, his girlfriend or something. And I was trying to see if I saw the guy. But I don't know, they jumped out the car on the Bayonne Bridge and almost hit like 4 cars. Dudes, don't cheat, because you're gonna get killed out in these streets messing around. Because she was trying to ram him into the bridge and everything. Oh my gosh. Anyways, as you guys can see, the bag is secured. And let me get the heck out of North Jersey. I tell you, every time I come up here, it's always some kind of BS. Oh, hey girl. This thing is gorgeous. Trying to get in where I can clear it up. Slow down. He got everything you can, anything you can bolt down to the roof, he got it on there. All right, so we made it home, and somebody's hunk of shit is getting worked on in my garage. So, but let's see what we got. All right, there we go. Once I get this on the engine stand, I'll tell you guys the minor differences, minus the internals, between this setup and the setup I'm currently running. But the basis of them is exactly the same. Still the best, minus the Coyote swap that you can put in the car. Still a 6-bolt motor, which is, if you can't afford to do a full Coyote swap, this is what you want to go with. And we'll get it on the stand. Too late now. All right, it's day 2. Had to go to work yesterday, so just pulled Joe in the garage. It looks like you got on a mask. No, it's just the way the sun's in your face. All right, so we're gonna get this motor off the car. All right, so we got her on the stand. Me and son about to break all this down, because it's only got to keep the alternator on, because everything else we can't use. So, want to tear it down? All right, so one of the biggest notable differences, as you guys can see, is this intake manifold plenum versus this one. So that's one of the biggest reasons we have to swap this out, because it's not going to work. As well as this car, even though it's running coil packed, we're running coil on plug. So harness has to be switched out between 2 motors, and pretty much all the sensors are the same. The only thing I'm going to do for right now is change out these belts, change out this belt. The gaskets were actually just done. The belt actually looks pretty good. So we might just go ahead and let it rip and then fire her up, see what she does. Also, we got AC, so pretty stoked about that. Going to see if I can find the AC lines. If not, then I have somewhere in this box an AC delete kit. Ooh, excuse me. Thank you. So, yep. So we'll delete that if need be. It's a race car. Who needs AC in a somewhat race car? All right, so here's the conclusion that we have come to. I have to use my heads because the intake manifolds on this motor are completely different. So we'll be stripping this motor all the way down to the long block, well, to the short block, and then slapping my heads on here. So everything that's built up in those, it's going here. So minus the compression, I had to check the numbers on the pistons to see where we're at. But it looks like because of what I have going on over here, we'll be able to use my built heads. So right now, currently, Sun's ripping off manifolds. What's wrong? Oh. Yep, so he's ripping off the manifolds. Tomorrow we'll rip the heads off and get head gaskets, put my heads on this motor. All right, so as he finishes pulling off that other manifold, we're gonna stop for the night. Next video you'll see on this is us swapping on my good heads. Anybody need a set of 4-valve heads? I have some for sale. Actually, the whole top end set and the manifold. So when we come back, we'll be bolting on some power apparently. Peace. Give me yeet. We out.